that awesome moment when you fit into those jeans that you've coveted for the past 4 years. Woohoo! Oh my God. Girl, how did you do it? Girl, how did you lose the weight? Hi guys, it's Ofense and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I am bringing to you the much awaited weight loss story. I get asked so many times, especially by people that knew me from a couple of years ago, like, oh my God, girl, how did you do it? Girl, how did you lose the weight? So to everyone that doesn't know where I come from, I'm going to insert a photo. This is where I came from. Okay, and today, this is what I look like. I always desired to have a really nice body, and for me it was something that was important to me since I was really young. I think obviously if you live in a body, there's a specific desire you have for your body most times, but some people I guess they don't, I don't know, that's their thing. Oksalayo, if you are here, chances are you want to know how I lost the 20 kgs and you want to know if you can learn anything from my story. So I'm going to start off by sharing my story. Okay, let me just preface this with the fact that I've only shared it with about 7 people in my life. A lot of people, I don't even tell them. When they ask me, oh girl, how did you lose the weight? I just say, no guys, it's just simple. Eat less, move more. I did a lot of incidental exercise, and then yeah, I lost 20 kgs. The reason is because this journey has been a tough one for me. It's been painful. It's been totally emotionally intertwined. And a lot of the time, the first 2 or 3 people that I told about how I lost weight, I told them, I gave them the resources that I had, and they did nothing about it. So I felt like it's not going to really change anybody's life. But if you want to do anything about it, then I encourage you to keep on watching. I was about 83 kgs. Okay, I don't know where you are in your life. I am about 1.6 meters, so for me that was like a lot. I had gained weight progressively over time from when I was about 14, actually 13, because when I was about 13 I was a model in the local, like in a very small town, guys. I joined a modeling agency. We had a little photo shoot. I think I'll include some of the photos over here. It's so funny. Anyways, I had a little photo shoot in my little bikini. I wasn't the tiniest, but also I wasn't like super chunky. I think I was a 32 or 34, probably the same size that I am right now. And then over time, I'm not really sure how I gained the weight, but because I was still quite active at school, but I think it was the hormonal changes, you know, when your body just starts changing as a girl, and the hormones are just going up and down and whatnot, and I went up, and I just kept progressively gaining weight throughout the years up until matric. And when I got to UCT for my first year, I gained the last 10 kgs. So I was borderline obese, I think, and I was not happy. My dad used to make very insensitive jokes, and it really hurt. I hated being fat. It really hurt. I remember that in May of my first year, it was getting cold in Cape Town, so I called my dad. I was like, Dad, please can you send me money so I can buy a blanket, because we don't have enough, because I don't have enough blankets that I bought from KZN, because obviously I'm from a warm part of the country. I didn't know what winter was until I got to Cape Town, and my dad was like, oh no, I'm not gonna give you any money for that, because you're fat anyway. Your fats will keep you warm. That hurt, fam. That hurt me here. And I remember going home for the first time in June, and I was wearing a hoodie, and there were speculations that I was pregnant because I had gained 10 kgs, and people were just waiting for the announcement for me to just like share the fact. That time, girl, I didn't even know what situations look like. Okay? It was painful. My mother has never been obese, So she was also very insensitive in the comments that she'd give, and I came to a point where I just started hating myself, and I hated the way that I felt in my body. I hated everything about being fat. Like, I just hated my thighs rubbing together. I hated the fact that I got attention from older men. I hated the fact that I looked older than I was. I hated everything about it. And the fact that my boobs looked even bigger. Oh my gosh. Like, for me it was just too much, right? And I'm sure if you are struggling with weight, this is something you can completely relate to. Unless you're part of the team where, like Abu Thick Leonce, who are very happy being overweight, and they are killing it. They are killing the game. If you're a BBW, girl, rock with it. But if you don't want to be a BBW and you just want to lose weight, this is a feeling that you can relate with, right? I hated myself. I didn't want to be there. I went through this being big for a couple of years in university, and I was just yearning to find a solution to my problem. My heart was just going out and being like, God, please. Father God, please. So just to contextualize my feelings, I brought out my diaries from that time. This is my 2009 diary. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. So this is also my other 2009 diary, because girl, I used to write a lot. Now my diaries only last for like one diary for a year. My soul, my spirit, or I was yearning so much for a solution that I called into my reality something that was actually gonna start or get the ball rolling for me to be able to achieve the goal, to lose weight, to come to a healthy weight, and to keep the weight off, and to feel excited and happy and whole in my body. So I was doing my favorite thing, and right now I'm sitting next to a bunch of magazines, so you can tell what my favorite thing is, reading magazines. So I was doing my favorite thing in 2009, and I read, I think the magazine has been discontinued now, I forgot what it's called. Essentials. So I was reading Essentials. One of the articles was about weight loss, because obviously it's a female magazine. Every magazine has got an article on weight loss. And there was an experiment that was done between 4 women. They used 4 different diets to achieve certain results, and they showed the name of the diet, and then they also showed the book that they used, because the diets were all in books, and then they also showed the before and the after weight one. So there were 4 books. I don't really remember what the other diets were, but the diet that drew my mind was motivated by this. Okay, so you'll notice that my diaries are written as in a prayer form, because my parents one day, guys, this is a story for another day. My parents once read my diary when I was like 13, and they made me burn it. And at that point I was still writing Dear Diary or whatever. So because my parents are super religious, I decided to write my diaries, that just in case they run into it again, as Dear Lord. And then obviously it was also part of it to like me to induce the guilt of wanting to write in a proper judgy manner. Girl, please watch How I Lost My Religion, because I'm not there anymore. But this is my history. This is where I was. Okay, this is September 2009. I wrote here, man, I just can't seem to do anything that I intended to do today, including schoolwork and reading my diet book. I still have the cookie craving, and that's all that I've had this whole day before breakfast, lunch, and supper. My word, the taste is still in my mouth, contaminating it. Ah! I wish they could just make me sick, like make me vomit, or have diarrhea or something serious like that. Then I'll stop. Right? So I had desires. I was just like, guys, can I not hypnotize myself or something? Can like something happen with these foods, and can they make me sick or something? I even had a list over here, a list of all my comfort foods. chips, biscuits, ice cream, chocolate, pretzels, and all the way to Italian ladyfingers and bread and hot pasta. So I also wrote here that I turn to these foods when I have money, and when I'm feeling bored or lonely, or when no one is watching at night. As a kid, I was subconsciously taught to steal nice food because it was for visitors. I turned to the food to enjoy it because it's nice, and I didn't get it as much as a kid. Alright, so this is kind of delving into the pain of why it is that I had an unhealthy relationship with food. I didn't have lots of nice foods growing up, right? We had very simple meals, and because my parents were investing in our education and not really Willie's food and whatnot, you know. And snacks was super healthy. It was just like an apple and maybe a packet of chips, right? But you could only have like one in a day. And yeah, so that's what I did with my money. I spent it on this stuff. Guys, wow. Other diary in September, also 2009. So this is when I started. Oh, I didn't explain. So the book that I found, I'm going to link it down below to see if maybe there's a copy available in South Africa. I'm not really sure, but it was a book called The Selfhypnosis Diet. This freaked me out at first. I bought it on the DL on Kalahari. Girl, before Take a Lot was a thing. On Kalahari, I bought on the DL as in Zalwani. I didn't believe that I was actually doing the things right, but I was desperate. I was just like, I need anything that will help me to get my mind in check so that I can start making better decisions for my body and whatnot. So I went and got myself the Selfhypnosis Diet book. It had a CD that comes along with it that helps you to meditate and to like hypnotize yourself, which is basically just meditation. And then to kind of find the root causes of why is it that you have the particular relationship with food, and what is it that you can, and then kind of reprogramming your mind to make better decisions around food, right? This was in 2009. Okay, so dear Lord, as I said, I've started reading the Selfhypnosis Diet book, and I did a 20-minute session of hypnosis. It was quite cool. I got to jot down some things that my strong and energetic body can do for me as an exercise. So this is one of the exercises that they gave us to do, and I wrote here, my strong and energetic body. So at this point, I didn't have this body, but what they were teaching us in the book was that you need to kind of create the body in your mind, because guys, the law of attraction says you are what you think. So this is it, right? My strong and energetic body. I can jump up and down effortlessly, run up and down stairs non-stop. I can swim a whole lap or two non-stop, and I can skip with confidence, and walking to school is a breeze. My body makes me proud to be its owner because I can cross my legs. Guys, I couldn't cross my legs. And I can bring them up and tuck them under my chin for a long time with no cramps. That was important to me. I do that now all the time. I didn't even realize I was creating that time. I can sit on my hands for about 5 minutes and more. My strong, energetic body is kept strong and energetic through my food choices and good regular exercise. I love my body. I got a tight ass, flat abs, firm boobs, and firm thighs, strong arms, and calves. So this is me creating my strong, energetic body. I have it now. I didn't have it then, right? Another good exercise that they made me do, I'm going to talk about in 3 steps at the end of this video. So one last thing I want to read from this is, I was having obviously ups and downs, right? I had this moment where I was like, I'm succeeding at this weight loss thing, and my ideal weight is 54 kgs. At the time, I'm 83. Okay, I'm 83. A toast to management of cravings and the enjoyment of food and lots of exercise. Oh, healthy, sexy, small to medium body, here I come. I'm going to buy a pair of size 34 jeans for Christmas and 32 for a week. Yay! I believe I'm going to lose weight. I want to lose weight, and I expect to lose weight to no more issues standing in my way. Okay, this was my headspace. This is where I was at. This is all I was thinking about. This is all I wanted to do. Another thing, this diet is going to work. No, this diet is working right now. I believe that I can lose weight. I want to lose weight and I expect to lose weight. Similarly, I will pass all my courses and the rest of my university degree. Okay, that was also like the things that were on my mind. Okay, guys, these are my deep, intimate thoughts from that time in my life, and I just want to tell you that that was only the beginning of the journey. I started making better decisions. I did an exercise where I wrote 10 things that I absolutely love about my body. At the time I really didn't, but I had to find it within myself because I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I was worth it. I didn't think I was beautiful. Like, I kind of knew that my face was cute, but I felt like that was it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like anything else that was below my face. So I had to find 10 things that I loved about myself, and I had to read that daily. And I realized in retrospect that this was actually programming my mind to start loving my body, because when you love something, then you do better for it. So this was the first part of the journey. It took me about 18 months from the beginning of this journey to actually writing this Facebook post. I'm going to put it up here. That awesome moment when you fit into those jeans that you've coveted for the past 4 years. Woohoo! I was standing in Truett's at this time. I remember I walked into Truett's and I walked to Inway, one of the brands, and I grabbed a pair of black jeans that I'd been looking at forever and ever and ever. And I grabbed them in a size 34 because all my clothes, I hadn't changed my clothes at that point, but I felt that they were big. Like, I felt that my favorite jacket that I was wearing, I wasn't like fitting into it anymore. When I got to the change room, I had like such a moment. I was feeling so emotional. I was so excited. And immediately went to Facebook, and this was my new diary now. Like, I forgot about the other one. And I was just so full of joy that finally I'd lost 20 kgs. At that particular point in time, I actually hadn't even measured myself. I just kind of felt better, right? My energetic body, I had it. I was feeling it. I was absolutely one with it at that particular point in time. And the journey there was just a series of making good decisions that were incremental over time, right? It took me 12 months to get the mindset right and 18 months to eventually lose all the weight, because I didn't lose all the weight. I was still a bit chubby the next year in 2010, but the subconscious was working with me, right? My subconscious mind was working on me. I managed to keep the weight off because my mind is with it, right? Now I'm at the point where I understand what my body is about. And so I just want to give you these three tips or 3 steps that I think will assist you, if you don't get the book, to actually begin on a weight loss journey that's healthy and sustainable, right? So the first step is acknowledge the pain. Acknowledge the pain and don't be in denial, but do choose to leave the pain behind you. Okay? You can only deal with what you know, so it's so important for you to say, I hate the situation that I'm in right now. But you don't stop there. I hate it, but I'm gonna change it. And in order to be able to change it, you need to acknowledge your responsibility in getting you in that position that you don't like, right? You didn't just accidentally become chubby. It wasn't by accident. It was by this, right? You were busy here, and you were sitting on this couch just the whole time, right? You didn't really, I mean, unless it's a medical condition, right? In which case, please can you see a doctor, fix your thyroid. But if it's just a regular, more went in than went out type of thing, then I'm talking to you. But if you have a condition, then please deal with your condition with a medical professional. I'm not that. I just want to say, okay, wait, acknowledge your responsibility in drawing the weight to yourself because you are actually a result of every single decision that you have made cumulatively up until this particular point. The body I have, the mindset I have, the friends I keep, the people that surround me, this is all a result of cumulative decisions that I've made daily, every day, right? So just take responsibility. This is the only way you'll be able to move forward, when you say, I got myself here. No one else did. I'm not going to blame my mother. Okay, if you're an adult, because when you're a child, then yes, you can blame your mother. But if you're an adult, I'm not going to blame my mother. I'm not going to blame my boyfriend. I'm not going to blame my husband. I'm not going to blame anyone that is outside of myself. I made the decision to fobela, right? 1. 2, love the body that you already are in, right? So I told you about the exercise where I made 10 points of things that I absolutely loved about myself. And it was a very difficult journey. It was hard to get that out. But I found good things about me, at least 10. And I read it 3 times a day I read it religiously 3 times a day for about 3 months. And then after that, I was kind of sporadically reading it every now and then when I remembered. I actually lost the cue cards that I made, but I made a set of cue cards. I laminated them and I kept them in my bag so that I can pull it out every day and read it wherever I was. That's so important, because when you love your body, you make better decisions for things and people that you love. Literally, you will make better decisions when you love them, right? Well, if you love them properly, not from a twisted point of view, like a love that's kind of fueled by guilt or whatever, in which case then you might just abuse it, right? And point number 3, you need to set yourself up for success. So this means that currently in my house, I buy snacks very rarely. I have one snack in my house right now. It's a packet of chips, and it's in my cupboard. I don't buy meat in my house because I'm trying to set myself up for success in terms of veganism. When you look at my trolley, I literally make good decisions in the grocery store. You make good decisions when you're full. Don't make decisions when you're hungry, and make sure that you always have healthy food at hand, right? But then at the same time, don't deprive yourself. Eat that nice thing when you want to eat that nice thing, because when you feel guilt, okay, this is deep. When you feel guilt is a very low energy vibration, right? Then you attract all those low energy vibration things. I eat cake like with a clean heart. I don't do that whole thing. I'm like, oh my god, I had a slice of cake. No, don't do that. That's so nonsensical. It doesn't serve you. It does not serve you. Because at the end of the day, you're going to feel guilty for having the cake. Then you're going to want to do something else bad to punish yourself. Then you're going to keep doing all sorts of bad things just so that you can keep punishing yourself. And at the end of the day, you've just ruined your life. Okay, not your life, maybe your day. You've just ruined your day for nothing. If you ate that cake without guilt, the next moment you would have made a good decision. You're just rolling the red carpet out for bad decisions when you have guilt. But when you do not have guilt, then you do yourself such a favor, because you move on and you give yourself a nice clean slate to make a better decision the next time. That's all. So set yourself up for success, love yourself fully, acknowledge the fact that you're the one that brought yourself to this place, and I'm telling you, you are well on your way to a healthier journey. Obviously, all the information that I read in the Selfhypnosis Diet book was extensive, and that's why it's a book. I've linked the book down below. If you really want to use the resource, I encourage you to. It's a journey though. I need to let you know that it took me 18 months to be able to go from start to finish of reading the book and actually achieving the results. But that was because I was standing in my own way. It should have only taken 6 months, because that's how long it took me to remove the belief that I couldn't do it and actually insert the belief that it is possible for me. I deserve this. It is mine. I can create it and I can access it. Then I got out of my own way mentally, and then I ushered in my new body. So guys, this is my weight loss story. I've never told anyone. Okay, well, I've told 7 people, but I've never shared it publicly. And yeah, this is it. I'm being vulnerable this year, guys. Y'all, I'm spilling all of the tea. This year I am bringing it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will take some of the pointers. If you're struggling with your weight, or if you've ever struggled with your weight and lost a ton of weight, please can you comment down below and just let me know, how was your journey? What resources did you use? Did you find that your mindset was a big part of it? I'm telling you, mindset is probably 95%, and then food is like 4%, and exercise is 1%. Guys, this is all about mindset. You create this body in your mind first, and then your decisions, but from a place of love. I want to caveat you, from a place of love, and then your decisions will be stellar. Then you'll actually have joy. You must enjoy food. Food is here for us to enjoy, not for us to punish ourselves with or to reward ourselves with, just for us to enjoy. And healthy foods make you feel so much better. I'm not even lying. That's the truth. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. We're growing, baby. Share this with your friends that want to lose weight, that have been struggling for years and years and years. Comment down below your weight loss story or your desire to lose weight. I'm here for you all. I love you for watching. Mwah.